to show you guys how to create one bucket list. And we just remember we have three different buckets. One of them is the wish list referral system, which has the accounts that we're going to get notes of introductions into. Those ones typically have over 25 employees. We have a second bucket named lease. That's the sweet spot for lease. When you qualify them, they have anywhere from 5 to 20 employees, or 5 to 25 employees. And we're going to use the lease set selling system in order to do approaches on those accounts. And finally, we have the direct leads, which have less than 5 employees. And we're typically going to use that to fill the calendar with the amount of lives that we need to see in order to weekly hit our activity numbers in regards to approaches and lives that need to be seen. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you guys how to create these different buckets using Google Maps and also using FMyEye for these things. So let's say my account is Hawaii Medical Center. The best way to get this is you can either copy this thing into Google Maps, and then it'll show you. Let's say I'm going to go to the east. When I look at my calendar for the beginning of the week or whenever, I notice that I need to get a qualified list or a bucket list for Hawaii Medical Center. When you click on this tab over here, what you can do is you can actually search nearby and in businesses to give you one jumping off point. Now when we look down here, there's just too many results to be able to follow up with. So what we're going to do is we're going to narrow our search by zooming in, and as we zoom in, what you're going to notice is that the amounts of results that you get change as well. So this is still too many. We're going to go and zoom in a little bit further, and from here we notice that, still at 3,000 businesses. Let's zoom in even further. And I did something wrong. Let's go back to search for Hawaii Medical Center. So businesses near Hawaii Medical Center. I'm going to zoom in closer to them. And I'm going to try to zoom in once again. So you notice that we still have a lot of results on top of there, but we've done our best. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into the qualifications. So what you want to do is you want to use your qualified script to call on these accounts. And when you discover that this account, let's say you call them up and you use the qualifying script. Good morning, I just recently started a new business here in the Kalihi area, and I wanted to prepare some information for the owner about our services. Are you guys still located here? Yes, we are. Can you assist me with the correct spelling of the owner's names to whom I'll direct this correspondence? They tell you who it is, and then you make a note of that. The last thing is, due to the nature of our business, the size of the company will determine the information I prepare for Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so. Can you tell me approximately how many employees they have? And they'll tell you how many employees they have. Thank you very much. Have a great day. And what you're going to be doing is let's go use Kauai Fire Starters. If this is this is going to be a qualified prospect no matter what. So we're going to add prospect in groups. The name of this account is Kalihi Wholesale and Meat. So we're gonna input that in Kalihi Wholesale and where's the and meat, and you're gonna tell me which bucket it is. So lease. Now they're a cold prospect still yet, so you don't even know anything about it. And private. You can add the contact information, like the owner, Main contact, let's say his name was Joe Schmo. And he's the owner. And if you wanted to input the location of the business, very simple, you can just highlight it. And then you're going to go ahead and copy it to this thing. Just delete them in Honolulu. And so forth. You guys get the picture, phone number. You can put inside of there as well. So after you add the contact information, what we're going to do is we're going to create a bucket with that includes this account. The way that we're going to do it is we're going to add a bucket called the, let's say we're going to call it the Hawaii Medical Center bucket. Oh, shucks. Center. And then this one has 2 locations, so this is going to be East bucket. And we're gonna, let's say this account qualified for lease, so they had like 20 employees over here, so we're gonna name this lease bucket, and the description is 5 to 25 employees. All you do is put create page inside of here. Now what you want to do is you can actually link or create the link to HMC location in Google Maps. And what we're going to do is you can go back to this thing and just search that deal. And when we look at Hawaii Medical Center, you can actually go and sorry. So what we want to do is you can just get this link over here. Where is this thing? This should have something. So you can search nearby businesses, and when we search them, then we can actually get the link to this search. So this is how you do it, and you copy this thing, and then what we'll do is we'll paste the link inside of here so that you can already have it saved. Now another great feature about setting up these buckets is you link the pages. So we'll search for another, that business was called, forget what it was called. Zoomed in twice. And that's called Kalihi Wholesale Meats. So we're gonna link that page to Kalihi, and then let's search for that. Kalihi Wholesale Meats. So we're gonna add link and we're gonna cross link it between this bucket. So now they're linked. Now if we go into the back to the lease bucket, on the left side you're going to see the linked pages. So what you want to do is you're going to have a lease bucket with at least 10 qualified accounts that fall into the lease category, so you'll be able to identify what happens on each of the calls by using FMyI, and you have a bucket of all the different businesses that are over there, so you don't need to, you have all your stuff in one place. So that's how you create these buckets, and I'll talk to you guys later. Aloha.